Good evening, everyone, and welcome to East Hartford, Connecticut. We are here for the round of 16 for the BowlWinkles Pro Shop Open. And here's the good news. Our sponsor, Rich Reynolds, is still in the competition. He's on 33-4. He'll be on our feature pair. And he's bowling Tom Hansen, coming off a win against Jesse Gibson. That'll be one pair. And on 31-2, we have Sean Kilborn coming off a win against Jamie Silva, bowling Tony Bennett, who just beat the super senior and super senior of the year last year, John Kirker. So those will be our two matches, our two feature matches. Bruce Hall here with you. We're at Bowlero Hall of Fame Silver Lanes in East Hartford, Connecticut, as I said, and my newly minted broadcast partner here with us is Kyle Rasmussen. How you doing, Kyle?
Good, Bruce.
And great to have you back, and we are here for NEBA number 990, only 10 away from number 1,000. That'll be in August, but more immediately we have our Hall of Fame dinner coming up on April 1st, and if you don't have your tickets for that, please go get it. And then we have the Cambridge Credit Classic the next day, April 2nd on Sunday. We have 100 spots for that, and you have to have bowled 5 tournaments last year to qualify. Then April 22nd, 23rd, we have the Buddies Pro Shop Open coming up. So let's talk a little bit about some of the rest of the matches. We saw some of the guys with really good reaction. Chris Monroy just comes off the front 10 and shoots 280 whatever 7.
287, I believe.
And he's looking strong. And
Tyler Levesque had a really good game.
Right in front of us, looking great. He's one to the left, bowling Mike Reale. Mike Reale coming up with a clutch double in the 10th to defeat Ron Canalia. And so there's some great bowling by Ron. As we said, Rich against Tom. And I didn't get the last two. Did Darren Borges win?
I don't believe so.
I think he did. I think that was Tyler Hearn who won that match, right?
Yes, Tyler Hearn did. He defeated Darren Borges.
And then Jay Johnson is here on
yes.
35-6. So last year's bowler of the year, so still here. So, you want to tell us a little bit about the pattern there, Mr. Kyle?
So the pattern that was used today. They were bowling on the 2023 BowlWinkles Pro Shop Open pattern. It's 42 feet in length, 5.7 to 1 ratio with 32.3 mils. So pretty high volume. Not something you see too often.
No. But I will tell you that, with Jay Johnson running the lane pattern committee for NEBA, they're using outside consultants. And there's only 2 patterns this year that will be less than 30 mils.
Wow.
Because we need patterns that hold up for 1230, right? I mean,
that was going to be my question. Is that more to make sure that the pattern holds up for the morning and afternoon squad on Sundays?
Absolutely. And if you think about a league pattern, they say, well, why don't you use the house shot? But, house shot is a dirty word for a lot of people that bowl NEBA. Well, house shots are designed to have league, 3 games of league, and maybe it's 4-man teams, right? So, you're going to have those games. Well, we have 4 on a pair, maybe sometimes 5 on a pair, times 10 games.
Yes.
So there's a lot more volume. And by the way, these people use balls with surface. They are looking for hook spots, so they're going to be a lot of urethane that's going to drag it down sometimes. So I think you find out that there's a lot more volume that we have here. And I think you saw it today. The cuts were very similar, squad to squad. You didn't see it really, really super open up a lot. So, yeah, so a lot more volume, I think you'll see.
Now, Bruce, I know you mentioned the Hall of Fame dinner coming up on April 1st, and I don't think we mentioned who's getting inducted. If I remember correctly, we have Eric Copping,
yes,
John
sir.
Kirker,
Yep.
Joe Navarro.
Yes.
And shout out to my friend Ryan Graywaz.
That's
He's
right.
my best friend. He's getting in this year.
Good for him.
Super excited for him.
Yep.
And Debbie.
Debbie Brogan. That's exactly right.
She's getting in as well.
Yeah. Thanks for calling that out. Those are definitely the people coming in, and it's going to be a great time. I took out a full-page ad for TechVision in a Hall of Fame booklet, which other people can still do if they're interested. And one of the things that I tried to do was get an interesting fact for each person. It turns out Joe Navarra has won 7 times in 39 starts.
It's a pretty good win ratio.
And if you know NEBA, I mean, look at this. The way that NEBA works is 1 game match play elimination. There's Rich Reynolds' front 3, looking very strong. Hey, this is an interesting switch. Rich has a Storm shirt on, and he was always Brunswick for the longest time. So
I didn't notice that.
If he might have to get him on if he somehow loses, which doesn't look like he's going to right now. We'll have to get him on and ask him about that. But yes, that's right. And he won 7 times in 39 starts. And then we were thinking that might have been the highest win percentage of all time. But then we said, oh, gee, that might be Pepe. So we now have the number of wins for the number of starts up on the website. So, in fact, our webmaster, Scott Widmer, took that challenge from Forey and went and put them up there. There's a 4-bagger for Rich Reynolds right here on 33 and 4. And here
solid.
we go, looking strong. And by the way, what'd you say about Tyler Levesque?
He has a really good look. He's got a very good look, and he's currently on the first 4.
That's right. So here we go. So looking strong. Yeah, thanks for calling that out. That's going to be a fun night down at the Casa Mia at the Hawthorne on Berlin Turnpike.
In Berlin, Connecticut.
In Berlin, Connecticut, about 7 miles or so south of Bowlerama, on the other side of the street, on the north side of the street. So easy to find. I was there yesterday, saw their beautiful banquet room. Don't know how we're going to run the live stream to their router, but that'll be tomorrow's problem. We may just have to record to the SD card and call it a day, and we'll upload to YouTube. So, and we'll go from there. But yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for those shout-outs for those Hall of Famers. That'll make our Hall of Fame 63 people. By the way, 63 Hall of Famers, and Tony Bennett gets the friendly tap on the 10. And yes, Tony, it was legal. I'm not sure he believes it.
Is he old enough for that one?
I'm not sure.
Oh, no.
Oh, Tony?
Yeah.
You mean for the Hall of Fame?
No, for that hit.
For that hit.
Is he old enough for that hit
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
He's a youngster, I'll tell you. And he's quite the card. I bowl with him on Thursdays.
Yeah, I grew up bowling against Tony a lot in juniors. We had a lot of back and forth battles, a lot of stories.
Well, Tony is my partner. We won a Sammy V event on December 18th, which was my last tournament until last week. So Tony and I had a really good time in New York just before Christmas. He gets in, gets it down the lane, dead flush, beautiful shot there, taking advantage of that friendly 10-pin, giving him the double.
So we also want to remind everybody here from our friends over at Island Bowling Supply, Peter Hagum, Joe Farley, we're going to be giving away 2 bowling balls, but you have to like and share the final match. It's that simple. You got 2 buttons. You have to like it, and you have to share the final match. You will be put into a random draw, and we will be selecting 2 winners for 2 bowling balls. So again, big shout out to them, the guys over there at Island Bowling Supply.
Yeah,
thank you again.
New this year, and I know we get a lot better numbers for some bizarre reason when we give away bowling balls on the feed than when we
Can't
don't.
imagine why.
Yeah,
Can't imagine why.
It's strange how that works. So very excited there to get that. And Tyler Levesque in a rare miss leaves a 2-pin, but covers it. Meanwhile, his opponent has 3 opens and no doubles. So this is a runaway here on 29 to 30.
Yeah, you got Rich Reynolds stepping up here on 34 again on the first 4.
Now Rich has braces on both knees now. He used to have just one, as I recall. And maybe I need that too.
So it looks like he's in the IQ Tour.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but yeah. And of course, he runs the BowlWinkles Pro Shop. It's down at Apple Valley. This is the venue for the tournament, though. And good shot there down the lane.
Yeah,
rips
the
the
5-7.
rack. Holy moly. He's looking strong. See what else we can see here.
So looking down on 27 and 8, it looks like Joey Transu has a small lead against Bill Halota. Bill actually just got up and left the 3-6-7-10 as a left-hander. You don't see that too often.
Yeah, how do you do that? 3-6.
I can't. I honestly don't know.
That's like it's like the 3-6-7, but it's got the 10 pin. That's the strangest sleeve I've seen, I think.
I don't think I've ever seen that with a left-hander.
I've never seen it. Usually the head pin goes to the sideboard and takes out the 10.
And Rich just flushed that one for the first 6.
Front 6. Amazing. Kyle, we have some wonderful sponsors this year. We'll call some of them out. Tony and Susie Renaud. Tony re-entered and made the cut this morning. Congratulations to him. They added $1,000 to the Masters event. Vinny Grizan at Ace Mitchell. They're a general sponsor and sponsor our golf outing coming up in the Keene stuff over the summer. William Daly, Better Bowling Concepts. SPI, that Storm Products International. Leanne Hulsenberg, thank you so much for Storm, Rotogrip, and 900 Global for 2 balls per tournament. We have our raffle winner, by the way, and our high first out. Who were they today?
Looks like the raffle winner was Preston Oaks.
Okay.
And first out was Chad LePage.
They each get a certificate that's available to be filled in for any ball across any brand. So you can send that in for one of the high-performance new balls. I know that I've heard good things about the TNT, the DNA. I've heard good things coming out from this Storm equipment, so good for them. And BuddiesProShop.com, Chris Forey. As you said, we might get him on the mic, but he's still coaching his protege, Bill Webb. Maybe if he works with him a little while, Bill might develop something of a career. We'll see what happens over there, hopefully. Kenny Keegan at Logo Infusion. John Van Hees, Alex Aguiar, and Stephen Major, and everybody else over at the Strike FX Pro Shops. Thanks so much for your sponsorship, guys. And they like us, are sponsoring our youth event coming up in October. We'll talk more about that later in the year. Turbo Grips, Chris Sand. TechVision, Bruce Hall, yours truly. Yankee Lanes in Keene, Jeff Barden. And I'll also call out Yankee Lanes in Manchester, we are going up to this year. Rich at BowlWinkles Pro Shop. Al Casper, Savage Arms. Callahan's Bowlerama, we're going there for the Cambridge and back for the 1000th tournament coming up in August. DJ's Pro Shop in Auburn, John Zwalik. Many Styles of Bowling with Rue Marlowe. Roger Burrell, saw him yesterday. Bloomfield Electric, Clay Schwartz, GMS Concrete. Paul Sylvia over at Dexter, KR Strike Force, Tony Mendiola. Grog Monster Sports, Greg Flaman's new effort to come out with sports handicapping. Similar to East Coast Sports Investors with Jeff Dawson. And as I said, Yankee Lanes Manchester. And finally, as you said, Island Bowling Supply, Joe Farley and Peter Hakem. So thanks so much to all of our 2023 sponsors. Thanks to Mr. Chris Viali, who primarily works with our sponsors to secure their sponsorships. And we couldn't do it without you, everybody. So thank you so much on that front. So there you go. Nobody's sitting in our chair protecting our Mevo. It's exposed. We'll see how we do.
Our hired help, RJ, left.
I guess he did.
Well,
after Amanda was defeated, he hightailed it for the door, I guess. So here we go. All right, here's Rich, front 6, going for number 7. And no doubt about that one, just crushing him. Rich Reynolds and Tom Hansen getting run over without a double and one open, so it's going to be hopefully a century victory there. And while Tyler Levesque in firm control of his match, right in front of us is only a 5-pin match actually, with Tony Bennett chance to make it 15 with this hit. Flipped it off his hand, but it laid off and carries. Good shot there, giving him the 15-pin advantage over Sean Kilborn.
So looking at our other matches here, fortunately Halota's on 2 opens. In the 5th and 6th, Joey's clean through 6 frames.
And Halota had an earlier open as well and no doubles. So he's getting murdered just by the fact that Transu is clean.
Jay Johnson has a chance here to step up and take the lead by 4 in his match.
That'll be off to your right on the Mevo.
Yep.
And pretty good shot. And
You like
give
that
it to him. Good shot there. Matching the triple.
Looks like our match with Hartberger and Monroy. Hartberger has 2 strikes, 7 out, 4 bagger. Monroy has spare, triple, 7 spare. So Hartberger has a slight lead in that match.
Monroy just flushed one.
39 and 40. Who do we have on 39 and 40? It's looks like there's no open frames. Nope, I lied.
It's Tristan Erickson against Bill Webb.
Looks like Tristan has a slight lead in that match against Bill.
And can you see past the posts, up into the higher bay, 41 and 2? Can he do it using the sanctioned binoculars?
Well, I'm going to say who's ever on 40, it looks like they have strike, open, 5-bagger.
It's Jason Mahan versus Brockett.
So Brockett looks like he has strike, open, 5-bagger.
Yep.
And Mahan looks like he has no open frames but no doubles. So it looks like Brockett has a pretty big lead in that match, down on 41 and 2.
There you go. And if you think that bay plays the same as the rest, think again.
No, once you go past the pillar, it's a completely different bowling
and that
center.
pair especially, 41 and 2, is a very tricky pair on both sides. And there's a double from Monroy.
Yeah, they're
be a lead change in that match.
Say that will be a match to watch. Johnson just got up and left it's like a 2-8. Again, that's another close match. The other ones, well, looks like we have another close one here on 31 and 2, depending on what Mr. Kilbourne does.
Well, because Tony got up and split after the double.
Yes.
And then Kilbourne doubled, so 50, so 73. So Kilbourne turned that 15-pin deficit into a lead. In fact, he's up by 9 right now.
He's currently up by 9.
Yeah, maybe we need to watch the match right in front of us. And another good-looking shot. Rips the rack. Light hit. And that would be a 19-pin lead now for Kilbourne. Wow. What a change in that match. What did Tony leave? Did you see?
I did not. I was using the TechVision binoculars.
Yes, you were, and I was coaching you on their use, and we were both negligent. You have one job, which is to call the match in front of you, and I couldn't even do it. So apologies for that. But let's see how Tony comes back here. He's got 224 on the out, and Kilbourne right now at a 223 pace.
Yeah, all of them are important here.
Pretty good looking shot. Yes, sir.
Now, Bruce, out of all the ball choices here today, I think my favorite has to be Halota right now. He's throwing a Clear Wolf, which is unbelievable. I watched him throw that in Game 5.
I have one of those on my mantle.
He blows the 5 out.
He just blows the 5.
That's got to be my favorite ball choice of the day, a Clear Wolf.
Well, he's losing by about 50, so I think that might be a nothing to lose choice, but I think he'll be delighted that he got it on the live stream. And he got a shout out.
He threw it this morning too in qualifying. He is Game 5. I watched him throw it.
Don Fry chimed in. Tony did leave a 4-9, so thank you for doing our job for us, Don, and good to hear from you, my friend.
Yeah, so it looks like the matches to really watch out for right now is we have the Tyler Herman, Jay Johnson match, the Tony Bennett match right here in front of us.
Huge shot here by Tony. And give it to him, dead flush.
And then
big shot there. Now he needs one more to force and count to force Sean to get the first one in the 10th.
And Monroy has a chance to get up here and shut out Hartberger in the 9th and 10th.
Oh,
Trips the 4.
Got it out to the right. I don't think he liked it very much, but it came back and carried. I'll tell you, we have to look at finals appearances. I got to believe Chris has got to have that record. He's can't
solid
remember when he's not in the finals. It's just he just makes it every single time.
He's
he just
solid.
Figures out a way, yeah.
He's got that unique ball roll too.
Yeah. We did some work with Chris Forey. Got everything aligned a little straighter. You know, so he wasn't kind of so cattywampus and around it and left to right. And then once he did that, man, it was high average last year, obviously. So Tony Bennett, second one on the 10th. Needs it. And high.
It's coming
Comes
for
up
it.
high
Not
for the
fast enough.
4-pin. That's going to be a 2-teen. Now, Sean will need a mark.
Looks like Transu's wrapping up his match against Halota.
I might have to press my Clear Wolf into service after Halota's demonstration of at least the one shot I saw him throw was a strike. Let's see how he does now.
So Jay Johnson has a chance to get up here and shut out his match in the 9th and 10th if he throws a double and 8.
And leaves a blower 7. Slaps the 10, blows the 7.
So spares here are important for Tony because of count, but
gets it. That would be 2-13. Sean Kilburn up, needs a mark.
oh, Monroy leaves a 4-pin, leaves the door open for Hartberger. Looks like Rich is trying a different ball here in the 10th frame, probably looking to see if there's any other tricks he might have for the next round.
Those are some free shots right there, my friend.
Absolutely. Kilborn up here in the 10th, looks good.
Ring 10, he needs it.
Needs to make it. Needs to make it. And looks like, yep, Jay Johnson.
2-pin match, both bowlers with spares in the 9th, and Jay Johnson up by exactly 2 pins.
So double and 9 will solidify that match.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Tyler Herman will have a chance.
276 for Rich Reynolds. What an amazing game. And here's the shot at the 10-pin. Needs it.
All over it.
No doubt about it. Good shot there by Sean. Needs 2 pins. And that will do it. And here's Jay Johnson. Let's have a look at these matches down further down, Webb and those folks.
Yeah, it looks like Webb is going to have an opportunity to come back and win that match.
Jay Johnson got that right and gave up his 2-pin advantage by leaving a 2-8. And there's 6 for Sean, but that's enough.
Monroy up here in the 10th for his fill shot. Gets 8. That's going to give him 232, which is going to force Hartberger to fill 19.
Interesting. So imagine if he struck there, he would have made Hartberger double. Is that right?
I believe so.
He said he got 8.
Got 8, 6-10.
And now Hartberger can fill 19.
9 spare strike is a winner. Strike 9 is a winner.
Here we go.
Yep.
Jeremy Hartberger way to the right on your screen on 38.
Had our only 300 here this morning in the first game.
That's right.
And he strikes.
Flushes it.
So that's going to make him get 9 on 2 balls to win that match.
I like those odds, so I'm going to write this in, which is the ultimate curse. And Webb is in control, looks like.
Let me see if I can use these TechVision binoculars. Webb needs a mark.
That works. Oh, I'm good.
Webb needs a mark, did you say? Jay Johnson gets 10, so now his opponent must have, Tyler Hearn must have the first one.
And Hartberger got up and struck, so he has defeated Chris Monroy.
He has, okay.
Yes.
Well, that's not an easy win there. Did we see the 41-2 match?
I believe Rocket won that.
Okay.
Sounds like 9 spare is going to win for Webb, so he's going to
Okay.
have that.
So Webb 9 spare wins.
That is the information I'm being told.
Okay. And there's a
There's
flat 10, whatever that is. And looks like he needs it. Oh, Webb did?
Yeah.
So Webb's out?
Yes.
Okay. And it's Tristan Erickson taking out the formidable Bill Webb.
He's not an easy out, ever.
No.
Ever.
Never, never.
Hall of Famer.
And now Tyler Hearn did get the first one in the 10th. And now 9 spare gets him a tie.
Oh, any spare.
Any spare.
Count doesn't matter
any
here.
mark.
He's
Right,
got,
that's
he's got
right.
a, he's got a
Thank you.
strike
Any,
to win, spare to tie.
Yep.
And I believe it's on our championship pair, if I'm not mistaken, right here on 35 and 6.
That's right. This will be the last match on that pair. Then we'll have 2 rounds with nobody on it.
And he
gets the second one. Tyler Hearn moving on.
That knocks out our defending champion, our reigning bowler of the year,
Wow,
Jay
we got
Johnson.
some big names going out this round, huh? Webb, Johnson going out. So we just need the Brockett match.
I believe
was
Brockett
it
won that
Brockett?
match.
Okay.
He's got a big old smile on his face, so
Okay. Very good.
I think that's it.
All right, folks. We'll be right back for the round of 8. You'll hear our predictions for the win. And getting ever closer to that championship round where we will be giving away 2 balls. So we'll be back in a little bit. Thanks.